I'm pretty sure this is episode 23. And
you were 23 episodes old, Logan?
Yeah, I'm 23 episodes old. I was born with the channel.
Well,
Wow.
Logan's 13 episodes old.
13.
If you want to be
yeah.
exact.
I'm mentally 13 episodes old.
Oh, you're not even old enough to vote in the chat.
And we have Barney in the house on the other side of the studio on a chat tonight. Thank you, Barnaby, for coming in.
We miss you.
That's an adorable little icon. It looks just like you.
Little pink dinosaur. Actually.
Little pink dinosaur.
The baby.
And so for anyone who's here for the first time or actually sees this stream post, this show tonight, what is Mystery Game Livestream? And I'm not going to put Logan on the spot tonight, or it's just a James. I'm going to go back to the original format of what this is all about. So Mystery Game Livestream is essentially when we pick a game from Days of... And we discover it as it ties into a theme that we have because Mystery Game Livestream is a seasonal show. So this show, last season we did movie tie-in games. The season prior to that was shmups, shoot 'em ups.
Yeah, the movie tie-in season was just such a fun season, wasn't it?
Dude,
Shmups was top tier, man. That was like
you like the
heyday.
shmups. Yeah, we should have done more shmups. But movie tie-in, that was fun because I actually got a VHS tape of each one of the games that we did in movie tie-in season, kind of to show that as a prop and look at the artwork juxtaposed, like on the VHS tape, juxtaposed to the artwork of the game, and like look at some of that correlation.
You missed our one PS2 game that we did, Roxy.
Our first PS2 game.
We did a PS2 game for movie tie-in season. It was what was it? Rain of Fire.
Yeah.
It was Rain of Fire.
It was fun.
See, that's why personally I think that the movie tie-in season was one of our best because we didn't give you just one item to check out. We gave you two. We gave you a movie and a game.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of work for research and for James to do research on those because those were long research papers, literally, because half of them were about the movie and then half were about the game.
Yeah, I had to do a lot of studying.
Never forget the evil baby boss. That baby had a gun.
Yeah,
still can't sleep.
Baby.
We learned a lot during that season. Anyway, we are here tonight during platformer season, so we're just doing platformers. This was a hard one, to plan because we, I've said it before. I think a high percentage of all games are a platform of some sort, and so it was hard to whittle it down to just a few games. That we don't want to do a year.
It was a challenge.
It was a challenge. So we only got it down to 8 games.
There are just so many.
We started with 20 something games.
Well, I mean, a season technically is 4 games. It's 2 months.
Yeah, we had to take the cream of the crop of the forgotten games, which is what it is.
It was a lot of planning and procedure of getting down to what was worth actually showing on the channel.
Yeah, so I think
a challenge.
Now it's not only a challenge to find a good game that is a platform to not find a good game that's a platformer, but also to find a game that hits all the marks for mystery game, which is what I was describing before. Is that on mystery game, the type of games that we look for are games that have fallen into obscurity, like I said, but also are we've never played them. None of us here have actually played the game. That's another requirement.
Yes, you have actually thrown me some curveballs in the past.
I'm glad.
Research papers.
I'm glad.
Especially, what was that moldy salsa hibachi? What was that game?
Oh gosh,
Mishu Hime-sama.
I was gonna try, and that was not what I was gonna say.
Muppet Halitosis. That one.
No, it's Mushi Hime-sama. Yeah,
moldy mushrooms.
That is actually, I was playing that the other night. It's such a good game on my Switch.
Mushy swooshy gushers.
Anyway, it's a game that we have never heard of or heard know little about, and have never played. And we also want to play it on original hardware. So it's a game that I go out and seek. If I don't have it, I go get it. And we find a way to play it on original hardware. Our last episode, which you should definitely watch, is Zool 2 on the Atari Jaguar. So
Atari.
Yeah.
Atari.
James has an affinity with that.
Atari rules.
Can't let go.
Anyway, so that's Mystery Game. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I think that now that we have all the tech out of the way, we can go ahead and actually
Game it up.
do a game reveal. Let's reveal what we're doing. Also, what we tried to do during this season is to play on platforms that we have never played on before on the channel yet.
Yeah, unveil.
So tonight's actually going to be one of those times where we're playing on a console that we've not played before.
It's not just a mystery game; it's a mystery console as well.
Well,
true.
Not as obscure as the Atari Jaguar, so I don't want to disappoint.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it's new for us playing here, and it's probably going to be the newest console we play on, honestly.
It's the first time for this console, isn't it?
We played a PS2.
All right, PS2 is in line with this, for sure.
Technically played a Switch.
Yeah.
Well, I argue that the console we are playing on right now is even newer than the PS2 because it came out after that.
It's true.
Okay, so without further ado, tonight we will be
Dun, da, da, da.
playing this game.
Oh.
Blowout.
Can you guess which
Blowout.
console it's going to be on?
It's not Atari.
It's not Nintendo either.
No. Darn, that was my second guess.
I know.
So yeah, this is going to be our first original Xbox game on the channel and on this show. And I think I would be interested if anybody watching or anybody that is going to watch this in the future has knows about this game.
Yeah, Barney actually played this on the ZX Spectrum.
That's actually pretty impressive for the ZX Spectrum.
I
Way
would
back in
say
Was
the
it
so.
on
day.
cassette?
We have to. Yeah, I agree, Barney. We absolutely have to do the hyperscan at some point.
Oh, it
Get
would
our
have been
hands
so
on one.
fun to do. Bruce, do you still have that hyperscan
That's a
at the
great
store?
question. Do you have the hyperscan at the one and only Legacy Games? Any day now.
I don't know.
It's a great one. We talked. That's
Bruce
that
has
was one of the
actually
first
got
things we
so
ever
much
talked
stuff
about.
over at Legacy Games.
Well, hold on.
They still have it.
It's
Hold on.
crazy to keep track of.
Hold on. Okay, so we want to do a little shout out for our friends in Legacy Games because we just came, from there today. Thank you so much for all the great pickups today. By the way, they have amassed a huge Intellivision collection of games, like
Ridiculous.
somebody traded in like a treasure trove of Intellivision, which I just went to town on today. So if anybody wants,
A trove of Intellivision is a treasure.
okay, I'll take it. So anyway, Legacy, thank you so much. They're a small shop in Columbia City, Indiana. When you pass through, stop at Legacy Games. It's a mom and pop shop, and it is it's a beautiful experience, and it's just a husband and wife team, and they will take care of you no matter what. Stop at Legacy Games. Thank you so much for being in the chat as well tonight, guys. And my window's doing something weird here. Do you know what it's doing, Logan?
You gotta what? Just exit out of that. Exit out of that too.
It seems we have a frozen window here.
Yeah.
It's all right. Because it just gives us an extra
Exit out
chance
of
to
that,
look
too.
at Legacy Games.
Yeah,
Here
then
we
just
can
go back up to
advertise all their
LBS.
product. They got so much wonderful stuff.
There we go. We're back.
Sorry about that. I had a weird. I don't know. My computer
pop-up
had
blast.
a strange moment here.
Back to there you go.
So we are playing on the original Xbox today,
You want to show them?
and actually, yeah. So the Xbox has a very unique history, and it's very near and dear to my heart because of the history that it holds in the annals of video game history. It's an important console, and just the whole development of this was against all odds. Made in the U.S. It's really the only other made in the U.S. console besides the Jaguar that came before it, which is interesting that we're playing on this right after we did an episode on the Jaguar. So how cool is that?
It's pretty incredible.
That
Can't argue with that.
Just a coincidence.
I know. It's kind of like
Yeah.
perfect.
But if you know anything about the history of the Jaguar, if you don't know much about it, there's a great movie to watch called Power On.
Mm-hmm.
This is a movie that propelled me into wanting to become a collector. Like I went from gaming enthusiast to, oh my God, I called my daughter and said, "Hey, do you still have that old Xbox that I gave you a few years ago?" She's like, "Oh yeah, it's up in the attic. You can have it." I'm like, "I'll take it."
So
And I took
is
it back.
Power On that get you started on this path of Epic Game Collector?
It's one of them. It's one of the triggers.
Okay.
It was a combination of Power On and then the Atari movie, which was Game Over.
Yeah. I'll say for me, it was actually King of Kong, A Fistful of Quarters.
Really?
Yeah. It's a great movie.
No kidding. How is that? How did that happen?
Well, I just saw it, available on DVD. I said, okay, let's check this out.
Oh,
And
okay. All right.
watched the epic world record competition for the high score of Donkey Kong. And just saw really one great individual
Yeah.
versus Billy Mitchell.
Okay.
We'll just leave it at that.
James,
Okay.
since I'm not in the usual gamer spot, could you do me a huge favor and flash the controller in front of that GoPro there?
I will see what I can do.
Just to see.
We don't need to flash it. I have one
Yeah.
right here.
You do? Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, you
Look at
do.
that.
There she is.
Oh, sweet.
See, I can't really flash that controller because I'm playing on the Atari joystick.
That's
Logan.
true. That's true. You got your
Well,
hands full.
Yeah.
This is called the Duke. This was the big one. This was a
It's
huge.
huge.
Controller that came out with the original Xbox, and
The Duke.
inevitably people complained about the size of it and the
The John
ergonomics
Wayne.
of it and all this stuff. I have a deep admiration for the design of this controller and its girth, and just I have I guess old man lazy hands, and this is actually comfortable for me.
I
But,
can't get behind it.
It's great because you also have like that oversized TV remote too, don't you?
Yeah,
So you can see the buttons.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the one that's like 6 feet tall.
Oh yeah,
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 that one.
yeah. He's called Logan.
Oh my gosh.
Channel 4 Logan.
I'm trying. You got to point me at the TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're actually playing on original hardware today, and the Xbox that we're playing on, I also want to give a shout out to Legacy Games. They're the ones that I got this particular one from, and Bruce will do a recap service on your Xbox if you need it, and inevitably your Xbox needs it if it's never been done.
Yes,
So
eventually your Xbox will need to be recapped. It will.
it will.
Yes.
Case in point, James was preparing for this show and wanted to play the game on his Xbox, and lo and behold, you ran into the clock capacitor leak.
Curses.
And
It
so
was-
that's
It was a sad day.
exactly what we're talking
Gosh.
about here. So, but yeah, this one's been recapped, so it should be good, at least for this stream, and for many more, hopefully. And I think that without further ado, we should probably get into the gameplay. What do you think? Unless you want to say something?
I couldn't agree more. I think it's it's long overdue. Let's
Let's do it.
let's jump straight into it.
All right, James. Let's start your game over.
Okay, let's see here. I'm going to press buttons until something happens, but I only got one button, so okay.
Turn it down. You're clipping it.
So let's go with new game. Yeah, we'll start. Next mission. All right. It looks like I have to beat the high score of 48,000.
It's a high score.
Uh,
It's just a big number.
Score is just a number.
Thanks again, chat, for putting up with all of our technical woes tonight.
The ship has elevators all over. Use
promise
these to
this
get
doesn't
from level
happen
to
every
level.
time.
There's a shaft just up ahead of you. Copy that?
Roger.
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 Okay. So it looks like I can aim from a
If the
platformer
elevator is
position.
on a different floor, hit the blue switch next to the elevator shaft. This will bring the elevator to your floor.
Okay, wasn't that button?
This already looks very like Metal Gear Metroid-esque.
There we go. We got the elevator going. Level 2. Well, it is kind of Metroid-like. You know, you're able to go around, shoot stuff,
The ship
find
is in a
items.
bit of disarray. There are crates and bins scattered all over the ship. Blast these containers to get them out of your way. You should find medical and weapon supplies in some of these containers. Who knows what else these guys might have been storing.
Yeah, because we all know that's the most logical way of opening a crate is by shooting it repeatedly with a gun.
Hey, Kane, I outfitted you with the new M-Class jump pack. I stayed up last night tricking it out for you. It's got thrust, but limited height boost, so don't expect to be flying very high. But where you fly, you get there fast.
This game looks so
Notice
good
the
for
blue
being
door
an Xbox
just ahead
game.
of you.
Oh,
This
it
is a
does.
security door. You'll need to find the correct pass key to open these doors. The keys are pretty well hidden, but I can help locate these on your area map. When you have a new objective, I'll lock on and add it to your map.
By the way, when you shoot, you get full haptics in the controller, which in the
Rumble
Duke,
pack? Yeah.
in the Duke is very pronounced. Would you agree with that, James?
Well, I see the Duke over there kind of shaking, but I got the Atari controller going, so...
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, we've rigged some haptic feedback to the wireless Atari, so
Good job,
it is
Kane.
working.
Now we have access to the blue security area. Next, we need to download the map data for this area. I've marked the location of the network node on your map. Proceed to these coordinates.
So talk to me, Yuval. What about this game was so appealing to you?
It's a platformer.
I mean, duh. What about it though? Yeah, out of all the platformer games, what about this one you felt needed to be in the channel?
It's not
Something to note is the
instant,
ship is
like
deteriorating
action, like
due
what
to
the heck am I
damage.
doing?
Some of the walls and
It's-
floors can be blown
you need
away
to take
gain
time to
access other
learn
areas. Be on the lookout for
the lay of the
steam or
land. You
smoke
need to
in these damaged
understand.
areas. Do you
It's
copy that?
solving a puzzle. It's understanding where you are, what you need to do. You're getting trained as you go.
Yeah, like right there, I just shot the floor until it caved in.
Oh god, the low end in this game, so good.
Oh, it's got great soundtrack.
Yeah, plug this into your soundbar, guys.
Please refrain from smoking.
It just looks like a well-produced game. So I thought this is a good. This should probably have not been a sleeper. Like at least for now, from what I'm seeing.
I'm detecting internal defense drones in your vicinity. These things are set to
And yet no
destroy
one's heard of
anything
it.
in their path. Figure out a way to get through these.
I wonder if that has to do with the fact that this came out at a time where platformer games were just kind of on the decrease as other genres were starting to come up.
That's a great point. It's very likely. This is think Halo.
That's what I'm saying.
This was a Halo console.
Well, and like even games like Metroid were starting to come out with the Prime series, where it was essentially a first-person.
Kane, my readings show a medical bay just below you. These are safe areas where you can rest and regain your stamina.
Apparently,
Visit
this
these
was
areas
also
whenever you
available
can.
on the GameCube, I believe. I think
That's
It
wild.
was.
this was on the GameCube, right?
It was. It's also available on Steam.
Well, that's a whole other ball game.
I don't know a lot of games that aren't on Steam at this point, honestly. This is cool.
The panel in
jump
front of you
everywhere.
is the network node.
It's
Hit the
kind
switch to
of
download
giving
the
off
area
like an
map.
alien vibe,
Very much an alien vibe.
just with like the ominous sounds and the dark atmosphere, very spacey.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Roxy. I've not seen any more gameplay besides this first stage.
Teleportation
But
device
that's
located.
another reason why I chose it, because, 6th gen, and also, with pretty incredible graphics, and
Look, your
yet
wife's
it's,
not here.
still
It's
2D.
okay to look at the map.
So this guy is talking an awful lot of trash to me for being just a video game. Have you noticed this?
Level 8. Ship cafeteria is now serving breakfast.
Yay! Who's
got a
up for
gate there.
breakfast?
Man's gotta eat.
Refrain from smoking in the
I'm
elevator.
full.
Okay, no smoking in the elevator, guys.
It's
I'm
it's open.
Level 6.
No. I don't know, maybe you can vape in the elevator?
No vaping on the Xbox original. No vaping in the elevator.
No vaping in the
The
elevator.
future is now.
Bruce, if Roger Rabbit gets released on the Steam, I will totally buy a Steam Deck.
I'd throw mine away.
If Roger Rabbit got released for the Steam, I would question the reliability of
Level
Steam's quality of
6.
games. Oh, I just found a monster.
Mess that thing up, dude.
I'm trying. There we go.
Mess it up.
Is it dead? Did I kill it?
Oh, listen to the
It's,
guitars.
Yeah, that's
Dun, 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 dun.
Some good chugga
Yeah.
action there. Dude,
Seven.
I'm enjoying this game so far. And again, you have to check the haptic feedback on that, man. On the Duke controller, it's nuts.
I will.
It's absolutely nuts. Like when you're shooting, it's just like makes you want to shoot more.
It's great. Because so far I've noticed that I have unlimited ammunition, which, makes me want to shoot everything.
Level.
Sam and Max hit the road. Do you remember that, Roxy? I was like all into that game in the 90s. I must say 1996.
Level 9. Level 10.
I kind of feel like there should be like the theme song of Terminator playing in the background right now. Kind of da-da-dun-dun-dun. Is that just me?
Who developed this? Do we know?
Yes, this is a terminal reality creation.
Okay. What else did they do?
Let's see. They did Blood Rain.
Okay.
That was a very fun game.
Level
It's a bigger
8.
title than this one for sure.
Oh, definitely a bigger title.
That's interesting.
Level 7.
Very different game too.
Oh.
Level 6.
Okay, I can't go that way because apparently it's on fire.
Yeah, that might be an issue.
Well,
So what
that
are you
one's on
doing?
fire as
What are you doing, James? What are you doing so far? Like, what is the objective now?
He's just getting what I can tell a lay of the land.
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing, James?
Well, typically with these kind of games, when I play them, it's kind of just to see where I can go.
Level 6.
And then I try to figure out where I can't go,
Level 7.
and then try to go there. It's really hard for me to explain. I know my... Oh, it looks like I can go there now.
Okay, so this is you're kind of exploring to kind of figure out where you
Yeah,
are.
pretty much.
right now.
It's...
You're not shooting at an enemy. There are no enemies right now.
Yeah, but I have unlimited ammo.
Level 10.
Might as well use it, right?
You cannot give me unlimited ammo and not expect me to use as much of the ammo as...
You've got something there.
I mean, it's like going to an all-you-can-eat buffet. Don't tell me what I think is all you can eat. I tell you what I think is all you
All
can
right,
eat.
you've located the blast door switch.
Good job
Activate this
locating
panel
the blast
to open
door
the blast
switch.
door.
Yeah. Okay.
Blast door 1 released.
Hey, I have opened blast door 1. Well, let's see if there's anything else that blows up. Okay, nothing seems to blow up over here. Ow. That was so rude. See what that guy did? Kind of like hit me.
Level 9.
You're not losing any health really yet, because there's no one firing at you. yet.
He did briefly after he got attacked, but then...
Yeah, I think that was like one of the security system robots.
Yeah,
Okay.
but then you
Alright.
grabbed
Yeah.
a med pack right after, so you were fine.
Yeah, so it fixed my owie.
Fixed your ouchie.
Yeah.
Ouchie boo-boo.
Oh, look, I found the thermal exhaust port.
I would blow that thing up.
Okay.
Never mind. I don't think it's doing anything. Can you jump into that?
Well, you know what they say when, it didn't blow up the first time. Apply more bullets.
Shotgun.
Shift F2.
Fire your shotgun.
Serving breakfast.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now
How'd
we're
that feel,
talking.
James?
Oh, it felt so nice.
Just don't blow yourself up.
I try not to.
Now that shotgun, I think you get a limited amount of ammo.
Be careful, we're picking
Well,
up
that's
more
just terrible.
Okay, now we have a formidable adversary.
They're like slugs.
The soundtrack.
Oh,
Both
dude.
of us just rocking out.
I just want to headbang with this.
This is dope.
I think I'm on Metroid. There we go. Is it dead? Are you dead?
Yes, it's dead.
Okay.
You could also switch out weapons, right?
I'm not sure. Let me see. Oh, there we go. I just had to hit my one Atari button real quick. Sorry.
That would be the Z button.
The Z button. Well, it's red. I push it.
I like the sound of the footsteps. You can tell it's like on like metallic sound, metallic clank.
Whoop.
Level 8.
I got in that elevator one way or the
I
other.
was gonna say that would have been a rough way to end the game. Death by you fought all of these things and then death by elevator lowering.
Well, it was an
Level
express.
8.
I don't think that's a safe spot to put an elevator.
No, definitely not very safe at all.
Yeah.
Let's see, is there anything this way?
7.
Oh, that way's still on fire. Why haven't they put that fire out yet?
Level 8.
This doesn't seem like a very safe ship, I gotta say.
Level 10.
Ow.
I gotta say the audio quality in this game is pretty incredible. Like, it's very immersive. The music and everything is making me feel like very kind of on edge.
It's very wonderful music, and I'm feeling a little on edge myself.
We actually didn't talk about the game itself.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
We should do that a little bit.
Edumacate.
So, this is a two-dimensional running 2D dimensional.
You had a stroke.
2D dimensional.
It's a 2.5 dimensional.
It's a 2.5. This is what's throwing me off.
2.5 dimensions.
2.5 dimensional.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Because
that's why I was kind of stuttering. So 2.5 dimensional.
Yeah, because it looks like it's 3D, but it's really not.
But it's
Okay.
2D.
It's 2.5.
Come on, take more bullets. There we go.
And that's all the info about the game, guys.
Oops, not that button. Whoa.
So the developer of this game is called Terminal Reality.
Yep. Which we talked about. They did what? Blood Rain.
They did Blood Rain.
They did Blood Rain 2. They did Blair Witch Volume 1.
No way.
They did Connect Star Wars on the Xbox.
Nice.
They did Blood Rain, and then they did that was on the GameCube. And they did Hellbender on Windows.
Yeah, because it's just not hell if you can't bend it.
Level 6.
So they I know that James had some struggle finding stuff on this game and on the developer.
It's an odd one for sure.
Yeah, there
which is why it
really
was a
isn't
perfect fit for
much
the channel.
left, posted about this game. Here's a couple of people that played it online. They shared their opinions, but to be honest, I kind of wanted to avoid those videos.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to have to. Ooh,
Ooh, there you go.
I found an area.
Nice.
I got me
Can
some
you blast through that
shotgun
wall
shells.
too?
I'll blast through all the walls.
All right, hold.
Well, maybe not that one.
I don't think that one.
Duke angry.
Level 6.
Okay, so I just realized this. I'm playing. Now the Xbox, it uses the Duke controller, right?
Yeah.
And isn't the character of this game the Duke?
The name of the character?
Yeah.
I think his name was John Dutch.
Oh, okay.
So
it was a D word.
It was a D, yeah.
Yeah.
It was Dutch.
Close enough.
So he was a space marine sent to check on researches on this space platform called Honor Guard. And then he discovered that that they've all been mutilated by aliens.
Well, and we've learned that through many times in, movie history that the Space Marines, have a relatively hard time against the aliens.
It never turns out well.
No, it doesn't.
It usually turns into a franchise.
No. Yeah. It usually helps to have this one woman with a gigantic binary load lifter. So,
Yeah. So the 2.5D perspective refers to gameplay or movement in a video game or virtual reality environment that is restricted to a two-dimensional plane, but with little or no access to a third dimension in space that otherwise appears to be three-dimensional, and is often simulated and rendered in the 3D digital environment. So that's the definition of 2.5D.
Which, yeah, and I would say that really stands out with whenever you look at like the actual floor itself, like the platforms.
yeah, so games like, Zaxxon, The Immortal, or even Solstice, which were isometric titles, were considered 2.5D as well.
One could say maybe that isometric and 2.5D are one and the same.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, would you call like Smash Bros 2.5D?
If it looks a little bit like this, sure.
Yeah.
I found more aliens, guys. What do you want me to do about it?
I would call Smash Bros a 2.5D game.
Oh. Okay, I'm just gonna shoot these things real quick.
So another interesting factoid here. Terminal Reality is an American video game development and production company based in Louisville, Texas, and was founded in October 1994 by ex-Microsoft employee Mark Rendell.
Woo! Bless me.
So it was actually an ex-Microsoft employee. So bless you.
Yeah, it's usually the ex-employees of that company that make the best games for that console. Case in point, Activision for Atari.
They started out really low budget. I mean, it looks like they only had like $1,000 and worked out of Brett Combs' basement when they started.
$100,000, sir.
100,000?
Yep.
Okay. You have a typo, my friend.
Not me. No, it's the computer's fault. It didn't listen to me.
Those darn computers. That's why I don't play PC games.
I mean, have you ever tried typing on a keyboard with clamps?
All the time.
It's kind of tough.
All the time.
It
takes me
I
5 minutes to write a one-sentence email.
But you have fingers. I have clamps.
Okay.
My clamps don't work very well.
Please refrain from smoking in the elevator.
Oh, this way's on fire too.
Logan, did you know that the Xbox was based on an Intel Pentium 3?
Really?
This is a Pentium 3 machine.
Wow.
Yep.
I never knew that.
733 megahertz, 32-bit.
That's crazy.
At 233 megahertz. The NVIDIA, it has an NVIDIA GeForce 3.
That's early.
GPU.
That's early NVIDIA.
Dude, this was like
Holy.
a beautiful PC.
This was like the starter pack to basically what we have today. Like the standard for what we have today.
I mean, it was $300 at the time.
That's wild. I mean, to argue though, the newest Xbox is $300.
Yeah.
They kept true.
Yep.
They didn't raise their prices
Even
like some other
accounting for
companies.
inflation.
Yeah.
Last door to
Which is crazy, yeah, because
And,
I got when my Xbox Series S came out, I got it like near launch. I paid like $300 or $350 for it.
Do you know how many units sold?
How many?
A lot.
24 million.
Nice.
That's a lot.
How many? Because the
By
PS2
2006.
holds the record still, correct?
PS2 does, yeah.
Yes.
Did the Switch not pass it?
Not as far as I know. Bruce knows the answer to that if he's still in chat.
Bruce, where you at, dog? We need you.
please refrain from smoke level and
My brother. Come hither.
Yeah, I got him. I shot the aliens. Oh, where'd those guys come from? Got kind of a slight jump scare out of that. It was terrifying.
James, any idea who did the soundtrack for this?
I do. I believe I posted that in there.
I didn't see anything on that.
Oh, I thought I did. Sorry, I got more aliens I gotta shoot.
That's okay. I'm gonna look it up again.
Okay. For some reason, there's a lot of aliens in this place.
So far, it's one species, or did you encounter others?
Well, so far they all seem to be slugs or these flying things.
Or robots in some senses. You also seem to be fighting robots every now and then.
Man, you just keep wanting to point out that it's robots. You just
Always.
like trying to drive up that anti-robot
I don't know,
sentiment.
man. I'd consider that, you know, in your sense, genocide.
Logan, robots are your friend.
Are they?
You don't have to be afraid of the robots.
Only the gamers.
Or the Terminators, you know.
No, I'm not messing with the T units.
No, the T-800 is pretty bad, you know. But don't worry, just tell them your name's John Connor. You'll be fine.
My name is not John Connor.
Well, you don't want to tell them you're Sarah Connor.
Where's Sarah Connor?
You know. He'll run over your toy truck and just, you know, have an argument with you.
It's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor. Get in the chopper.
So Bruce says that the Switch beat the PS2 in the USA, but not globally.
Interesting.
Whoa!
That's kind of sad,
These things
though,
are
that it took
breathing fire.
the Switch that long to beat the PS2, because the Switch was out for freaking ever. Very long time.
Okay, I got the red key.
Good for Nintendo, though. They needed that win. Dang. Difference of almost about 15 million. That's not really a lot in the grand scheme of things. It's a big city's worth. Yeah, really big city's worth, I guess. It's a couple big cities worth.
I'm gonna be a little careful here because it looks like I'm getting low on the health.
Okay, so James didn't have anything on the music and soundtrack in his paper, but I did find it. So interestingly, very interestingly actually, the music and soundtrack was composed by Will Locanto. Will Locanto. And Locanto is known for his work in various games such as Blood Rain, all the Blood Rain series, interestingly.
So he works with this developer pretty tight.
Yeah. So and this works. You know what he did here, I really like.
Yeah, it matches. It absolutely brings the whole vibe together for sure. It's very like ominous and like very like alien-esque. And whenever those guitars start chugging, you kind of lock in a little bit. Oh man, did you just get killed?
I believe I did.
Oh my goodness.
That was rather unfortunate.
Whoa, game over.
You can continue.
I believe I will continue. You guys don't mind if I continue a little bit?
No, I think
Okay.
we should give this another good 10 minutes at least.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're good on time.
Okay. All right, well, we're loading now. I was looking for that extra health or that, you know, that med bay that I found earlier that restores you.
Green security access area unlocked.
So are you back at the very beginning, or are you...
Gosh, I hope not.
Where are you?
I am by the green security door that I unlocked before.
Access denied.
Well, looks like I gotta open that again.
Please refrain from smoking in the elevator.
Okay, I won't smoke in the elevator, I promise.
Level 10.
I'm gonna smoke in the elevator.
That's just not very nice. They asked you very
I'm about to
nicely
smoke
not to.
in this elevator.
Why would you do that? They asked you nicely not to do. They said, please do not smoke in the elevator.
So how far back are you? Where was your continue point from?
From the green door that he passed through. That was a checkpoint
Okay.
of some kind, which was way back.
Okay, so apparently green door is the checkpoint. Maybe the blast door would be the next checkpoint? I don't know. Oh, jeez. That was so rude. And I fell in the hole.
Cafeteria.
All right, you've located the blast door switch. Activate this
It's true.
channel to
They
open the
dominated
blast
that
door.
market, though. The reason that they put Blu-ray and DVD was so that they could sell. The reason they outsold was because of that factor. Families wouldn't buy a separate dedicated DVD player or a Blu-ray player. They would just buy a PlayStation.
And why would you? You get a 2-for-1.
Exactly. And it was for about the same price.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's amazing to me that the 360 initially did not have a DVD.
Until the
Option.
what? Until the Gen 2 360?
Well, they came out with a peripheral that I showed on one of the last streams, which is up there in my collection.
And that it was actually
HD
packaged
DVD.
with and released with a game that we did the mystery game on.
That's
right?
why I got it, the King Kong game.
Yep.
Yep.
It's so funny.
This one's almost complete, by the way. I'm just missing the power supply. I have everything for it, all the pieces.
You're getting close, man.
Yeah.
One day.
And you just picked up an R2D2 one, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Any luck with that gold C3PO controller?
No, dude, those things are unobtainium. They are absolutely impossible to find. Less than $100 anyway.
I know. That's what I told you.
Yeah. And everyone that has an all gold, chromed gold Xbox 360 controller are calling it C3PO by default. And I've already called out a few eBay sellers saying that's not the C3PO controller.
It's not, because he's got to have the wire band on the bottom.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
I
it was a
pointed out
very
to
unique-
you.
It was
and
a
you were
very-
like, well, I'll
yeah.
be darned.
Yeah, but
Very
calling
unique
out
feature.
eBay sellers, that's a never-ending battle.
It's trolling. It's trolling.
Yeah.
I totally trolled them.
I don't blame you, though. I've called out a few eBay sellers myself.
But you
Because
know
they're
what?
trolling. They're
but
trying
no,
to
they
sell
were
it as
thankful.
a...
Actually, the two that I spoke to, they were like, "Thank you for the information. I didn't know that." I'm like, okay.
That's good.
Well, I did run into one eBay seller that was trying to sell a complete in-box copy of E.T. for the Atari 2600 for $15,000. And, I understand that. He thought it was worth $15,000. You can't blame him.
You know, I mean,
But what I
just
found
start a
most
bid and-
insulting was, he didn't even offer free shipping.
Yeah, destroy that floor. There you go.
Yeah, take that
part
floor.
of me though wants, part of me wants the market to be that way. Like, I want price charting to go away. Like, what would happen if price charting went away? Then,
You pay what you think it's worth.
the seller would sell it for what they feel it's worth, and then if you want to buy it, you buy it. It becomes a seller's market at that point.
You only say that
Yeah.
because you have that would make your collection worth like millions.
I don't know. No, I think a lot of people would devalue their games. Like, be like, oh, this is just $5. That's what I paid 10 years ago.
Well, it depends on the game, because
I don't know.
I believe that there are some individual games out there that a person is going to go, oh, this is like 50 years old, so it's equivalent to $1,000 per year it came out.
Yeah, I don't know. I find myself getting more irritated and mad than I do, like, feeling joyful about buying a game sometimes.
Yeah,
Because of just people that are just
price gouging.
being very gougy about what they have, and I'm like, come on, dude.
That's why
Which
I'm
is
ROM
a
guy
situation
through
you will
and
never find at Legacy Games. They treat you very well.
through. It's true. That's why I'm a ROM guy. But I still support my local businesses,
You support your local YouTube channel.
of course.
Oh, I gotta blow this thing up again.
There you go.
Shotgun's still
Yeah.
available.
You've got 9 shells, so go ahead. Yeah, you've got more shells under there.
And some health.
Nice.
Uh-oh. I hear something snarling. There it is.
It's funny you should mention that, Roxy. I tend to buy more games after a cup of coffee. I don't know why.
Because you live on Whatnot.
It's like this dopamine thing going on. Like, I feel better about buying and spending money when I have coffee in me.
Which I do want to mention. We will likely be starting a Whatnot channel in the future.
Oh, yes.
This is true.
Keep that in mind.
This
Yeah,
is
we're
true.
we're all gathering up some various collectibles that we found. Things that we feel people might be interested in. So we'll definitely be releasing some information on that here pretty soon.
Near future.
Jeez, the one that was left is like the size of a toothpick. Stop snarling at me. There. What?
Can you go up? That's all the way up, I guess.
Yeah.
Level 6.
I'm going to try down.
Smart.
Yeah.
That is a pretty big story, I would say. I mean, let alone, you know, finding someone that has a game to sell at a place like that.
Sonic Adventure 2. Out of all games.
They just happen to have that, like, in their pocketbook. Like,
Sonic Adventure 2 and Kalamazoo.
yeah.
Wow.
It's hand in hand.
That is a pretty good one. That's like
I want to
the
ski
top
in
2 of
Kalamazoo. I've
Sonic
heard
games,
it's
isn't it?
incredible.
James, you're getting some street creds here with Tater Tot.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Okay.
She says you're killing it.
Cool. Take that. Come on.
Oh, okay. That makes much more sense, Roxy. Now I understand. I was confused for a moment.
That makes more sense. Honestly, you shouldn't have said that. You should have just let us imagine that
I know,
you bought it off a dude like in the back of a bar in
My mind was
Kalamazoo.
racing with possibilities.
I know. I have an awful lot of fun just confusing them and watching the brain spin out. So. Whoa. Shooting some more aliens. Oh. Whoa.
There are some bars you can take your game consoles to and like set up shop, and I think they call those barcades.
I've been to a couple
Really?
barcades in my hometown. We had a bunch.
We have one here now. Do you know that?
That's
In
sick.
Fort Wayne.
Let's go. It's just a game. Post up.
I think
Wanna
that
do a meet and greet?
I don't know if it's the owner of the old Piers building.
Oh God.
I think that's where they opened a barcade. Somebody tipped me off about this recently.
That's pretty sick.
Would you concur, James? Have you heard of the local barcade?
I honestly have not. I gotta admit, I'm not too much on the bar scene. You know,
But I'm into the Cade scene, so.
Well, this barcade has some like really nice old machines, actually, apparently.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, that's why you should be interested.
That's cool. You know, as long as they're robot friendly, I'm willing to show up.
Yeah, he said it's like a multi-story operation where there's like one floor that's just food and all that. So you can
So
actually-
it's out of the old Piers building?
I think so, yeah.
I'm just gonna
This
keep-
is also true. There is a barcade at Ted's. Ted's is gone?
Please refrain from smoking.
I did not know that.
Level up to 4.
Okay, yeah. Double Dragon is the name of the place. Isn't that in Pierre's? Isn't that where they made that? Double Dragon. That's the one I heard about.
There's a double dragon in Piers?
Yeah.
I feel that I may have not given Piers enough credit in the past.
Level up to 6. Level up to 6.
I'll need to pop out a Double Dragon. We'll do it. It's just a game meetup.
I think it's a great idea. It's really a good idea.
We'll make an appearance.
Yeah.
T-shirts and all. I'll bring my business cards.
Level up
I'll even bring my pen. It's just a game pen.
So you're going to be doing some autographs over there?
Yeah, of course. I'll
Okay.
be signing headshots.
Signing headshots? All right.
Man.
Anybody who's curious of his book, Logan, he's available for birthdays, bar mitzvahs, weddings. You know,
Only-
just contact us at It's Just a Game.
Yeah, it's just a game channel.
No.
Gotta get the channel in there.
So she thinks it's the same strip as Pierre's, but not in the actual building itself. But I don't know. I haven't been. Somebody just told me about it. Somebody at work.
Level up to 4.
Well,
but it sounded really
Barney.
good.
You see, I'm a 12-inch robot, so I've obviously never been in
Barney out of
Pierre's.
nowhere.
But I have heard many things about Pierre's, stories from back in the day. Okay. We're going shotgun, boys.
You've got 36 rounds. Holy moly.
Well, I don't like to waste them all willy-nilly.
I do.
That's what the machine gun rounds are for.
It's true.
You know why? Because they're infinite. Such great music. Oh, who jumped in the elevator with me?
I'd like to hear the whole soundtrack, honestly. This is another one of those games that I'm like, I really, really like this vibe. If it was like on vinyl or something like
It
that.
feels like a continuation of Metroid. Like if Metroid platformer was still on, like, they were still doing current platformers.
I agree. I mean, this is definitely, like, if Metroid never was, this game would have never been either.
Yeah.
Right?
That's what I'm saying. Well, you got
Metroid is a
Castlevania.
classic. Metroid opened up the way to so many other great titles.
Metroid's the granddaddy of this. The great granddaddy.
I mean, without Metroid, we wouldn't have Symphony of the Night.
So true. Such a good game. That soundtrack, oh, so good.
Okay, I see a flashing symbol up in the map
I was
here.
talking about Symphony of the Night with somebody at work the other day.
Really?
Yeah, I forget who, but like out of the blue, it just came into subject, and we were talking about the soundtrack. And I must say, I think Symphony of the Night's soundtrack is one of the greatest of all time.
It's one of the greatest games of all time.
It is one of the greatest of all time in games.
Well, if you mentioned that, you've just gone up in like 5 tiers in Bruce's book of favorite person.
Yeah.
I was already in spot number 3 though.
And if you were
Right?
to fall into line as loving Final Fantasy 1, Bruce will probably be your best friend.
We're already best friends.
Yeah.
I miss you, Bruce. I've been low budgeted, so I'm afraid to go into your store. But as soon as I got funds, which is going to be in the near future, I will be popping out and I will be balling out. It's going to be a great time. I miss you guys.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
I think we should all go to Double Dragon and hang out.
That'd be
and
sick.
See what that's all about.
Yeah, we'll meet up at Double Dragon. I'll be probably at Legacy next Saturday, likely.
I'm kind of hesitant on any place named Double Dragon. I mean, what if they got like a bouncer named a Bobo? Or like, some ladies with whips and crowbars that just, out of nowhere
It's not
start
that kind of
smacking
bar,
around?
James.
You're totally
Sure.
you're totally Mark James. I mean, you would get kicked out instantly.
Oh, man.
You have to get rid of that Atari joystick for one thing.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I don't know. That's like a
You
form
cannot
of
have...
ID.
No, this Atari joystick, is
Shows he's
it's
old
mine.
enough.
It's a part of me.
Yeah, that joystick is an ID.
It
for sure.
literally is a part of you. Like, literally.
He's never let go to this day.
No, I love this joystick. The joystick and I are one.
It's so funny, like looking over in the corner and seeing the actual James the Robot playing this video game right now that you're watching. It's really cool.
Ooh. I've made it through the red security door now.
He gets scared. Really
I'd-
glad to have him.
Large disturbance in your vicinity.
Tater Tot, you warmed my heart. Thank you so much. I'll be back. I'll likely be in the store next Saturday. I'll be making an appearance.
There's a large disturbance. Holy crap! What is that thing? It's like, what is that, a crab? Oh. You know
That
what, go
thing
back
is-
to that pineapple under the sea.
That thing is ridiculous. It looks almost like a Pokemon.
Don't it? There we go.
That thing has got a lot of health.
Don't it?
You're barely ticking at it.
Is this like the first boss technically?
Yes.
I would say so. I haven't run into any others.
Okay. So, as soon as you defeat Mr. Boss, we can get back to get into
Closing
the
time.
next stage of rating the game.
That's we're gonna assume that I can beat this guy. Great.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
you can beat him.
Don't forget to fly whenever he's striking.
He's spitting acid. That is just so not fair. He's stacking the deck, guys. Come on.
Ooh, that's green blood.
It's acid.
It's acid, yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, it
So
does damage.
Is he spitting it or is it getting like injured, like
He had some
and
bad
leaking.
seafood for lunch.
leaking acid?
I don't think he's a xenomorph.
I think it's a stage thing. So once he gets a certain amount of health, he starts doing other moves.
Yeah, I think he's getting weaker.
Well, he is. So you've got the boss health up in the corner there. See it? So he's at about half health
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, right now I'm just trying to shoot him.
Is it hard to aim?
A little bit.
I can tell.
Especially
it
when he
tricky.
does stuff like that.
It's kind of like Ring of Fire aim. Are you out of shotgun?
Nope. I got some more.
It looked like that was doing the most damage.
Yeah, let's try that.
Plus, since we're calling it after this, you might as well just use up your rounds.
Go on, open up. Say ah. Say ah.
You did something. You killed it?
I think I killed it.
Nice.
Is it dead?
Unless it goes into another stage.
Let's
it.
hope it doesn't.
James, hit it more.
Hit it more.
That was funny. I wish I'd have taped it.
Yeah, go forward.
He wish he taped it.
Oh man, is that your voice in the game,
I believe it is.
Look at that.
Look at that.
dude?
Oh.
Wow.
Let's see if I beat the high score. What was the highest score?
48,000.
48,000. Did I beat it?
Does not look like you will. Maybe.
Oh.
Yeah, you beat it.
Yes. Oh. I kicked that score's butt. Look at that.
Yeah, look, the high score matches your score now.
Look at that. Yeah. Believe I just topped their high score by
Dude,
about 5,000.
I'm proud of you. That's amazing.
Well, thank you very much, sir. I worked very hard for that score. I earned it.
On that note, I think we will get back to our main talking points here.
Oh, okay.
Wow, that was pretty intense. That last scene, the big boss fight.
I know. I was kind of biting my metaphorical nails on that one.
You're plastic.
Well, I don't really have nails. I got tacks.
It's true.
You know, some screws, a couple springs.
All right, let's get into the rating. As per usual, I guess I'll go first. You want me to go first?
I think James should go first because
Gamer
he's the
should go
gamer
first.
tonight.
True,
He's
yeah.
the gamer.
James, break it out.
This is amazing. I've never gone first before. It's like being picked first for basketball.
It's not, but go ahead.
Don't take this away from me, Logan.
I'm
It's
sorry.
so rude.
All right.
Well, I gotta say, this is actually a very fun game. I kind of enjoyed it. It had that dark ambiance to it that had you on the edge of your seat, and just a great kind of just a hardcore adrenaline soundtrack that kept you on edge, and the challenge of mixing kind of a first-person shooter dynamic with a platformer was pretty. I found that unique. I've never experienced that before in any game I've played. So I think I'm going to give this one an 8.
Okay. That's a high score for James.
That is a high score for James, and I just noticed the name tags.
Yeah, they got a little transposed in the reboot, but that's okay. That's okay.
We did not edit that.
We did fix it. I fixed it before, and
It's
apparently, and, you know,
whatever.
everything crashed, but it's all good.
Y'all know who is who.
The point is, we're here with you.
I was pulling cables like out of the mic like live. That's not cool. That's never a good thing to do in a stream.
Yeah,
he was.
You can't win
He
them
was.
all, right?
But, yeah.
We're gonna have hiccups.
So
It's part
so
of the
amazing. What chat? Please chime in with your score 0 through 10, basically. So 0 would be if you didn't even watch the stream. So it's 1 through 10. While we're going through our ratings here, and we want to rate it based on gameplay, based on whatever tickled you during the game that you feel like this is notable.
And to give some credit to where credit is due, if you guys have never been in a view like this where you're watching the channel, if it's your first time, James just gave a abnormally high score for what he typically gives a game.
Yes.
That was a really kind of out of left field.
I will admit, I'm normally just a super critical, cynical jerk. Because angry at the world. I'm a 12-inch robot. What else am I supposed to be angry at? But I like this game.
Yeah, for you to give a game an 8 is like for me to give it a 10. So
yeah,
that's
or for me to give it like an 8.
The scale right there.
I'm gonna say,
which, by the way, what is your score?
I'm gonna jump right into my score and just say I'm giving it a 7. I thought it was pretty awesome. It was like I said, it's like if Metroid just kept going with the 2D platformer thing instead of going into the first-person shooter route with the Prime series. I thought it was really, really cool. It gave kind of like a Alien meets Metal Gear meets like Metroid kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Thought the soundtrack was awesome, but I didn't think it was like anything insane. It felt very standard. It felt like it's not underwhelming, but like it was just kind of lackluster in the actual gameplay itself. I felt like there was some missed opportunities for motion and weapons and stuff like that. Everything felt just kind of pretty straightforward, but it looked great. It looked like it played great, and it kept up. That's why I give it a 7.
Yeah.
Well, don't forget that what we saw was just level 1.
This is true.
There are a lot more games out there for it. And
this is true.
From what I was promised in the research I made with it, that there is a flamethrower.
That's pretty cool.
There's a flamethrower, so I think that would automatically add 1 point to the score.
I'm still giving it a 7.
Of a flamethrower.
I'm still off of what I've seen and what we've played. I'm giving it a 7. I'm staying firm with that.
Okay.
I'm going to give it a 7.
So, but going back to James, it sounds to me like you want to continue playing it.
Oh yes, definitely.
I would also like to continue playing.
You
it
would like to?
Yeah, I would.
Play it.
I'd play it on my
I
own.
want to keep playing until I get the flamethrower.
Barney said outright that he wants to play it, and Barney gave it an 8.
Nice.
Bruce gave it a 7, which is a high score for Bruce.
That is a high
yeah, I
score
would
for
definitely
Bruce.
agree with that.
Roxy gave it a 6.
Nice.
And what about Tater Tot? I didn't see a score from Tater. Okay.
Tater Tot gave it an 8.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
I'd give the
Yeah,
score
Tater
an 8
Tot
out of
agrees
10.
with me.
Looks
Okay.
fun.
That's right. Tater Tot's in the 8 club with me.
All right, I didn't see that for some reason.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to give it an 8 as well. I'm up there in 8. I'm not giving it a 9 or 10 because these are the types of games that personally I don't gravitate towards. I'm more of an 8-bit guy. I like older stuff. I like 16 and 8 and 16-bit. So for me, if this game was like in the format of a Genesis game with a little bit less going on with control-wise and everything, I would feel more comfortable with it. That's just me, though.
Yeah, but
I'm old school.
But you
I'm a
do
64-bit
love
guy through and
Castlevania
through.
Symphony of the Night, don't you?
Right,
great
and
game.
that would be borderline. Again, I love the game. I love the aesthetic of the game. I love the music of the game, and that's why I'm giving this an 8 as well. It's in that realm of I appreciate everything that went into making this and how it looks and plays. Absolutely. Just personally, I would probably not go in and play a lot of the games I collected on discs. That's just not the era of games that I feel comfortable. What's this machine that's behind me is what I love.
You know what? I can understand
also
that
an
because
8-bit,
obviously
16-bit kinda guy,
I have
personally.
a fondness for Atari and 8-bit.
Yeah.
If you can't tell.
Yeah, no, of course. That's why you and I got together. That's what it is.
I'm just controller picky.
Even though you're a robot, you're different species. I still I still love you.
Yeah, cut from the same cloth.
Cut from the same cloth, right?
Or,
We're
I guess,
all gamers at heart.
Yeah.
soldered from the same circuits.
Now, arguably, this is probably going to be the most modern game we play on this stream. So we're probably not going to be playing Fortnite on here.
No.
I'm just saying.
No,
like
this
in
is
case
true.
somebody
but
had some.
I will say I wouldn't
visions
be
of grandeur.
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if we get like some Wii in here eventually or something along those
Yeah,
lines.
there might
which
be
that
a
would
Wii
be
game.
that would be technically newer.
Saturn, definitely. We're going to do some Saturn.
We will do some Saturn.
Yes, Bruce, I like bits of all shapes and sizes as well.
No bit shaming, guys.
So
Come on.
this game got a good score though. So we have basically an 8 average tonight.
No, there will be no spoilers, Barney. This is mystery game. We're going to stick with it.
Fortnite is the next game. Yeah.
No.
Calling it right now. Spoiler, guys. We're playing
Honestly,
Fortnite,
I
episode
would not
24.
mind doing a Saturn game at some point, but
I've never.
that's neither here nor there. We don't have really.
Well, not only are we gonna be doing one, I already know which one we're doing, and it's not gonna be in platformer season though, unfortunately.
I'm was gonna get a lot
to be
of-
mysterious about it, Yuval.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a lot of
We're-
flack for this, but
we're
I've never
definitely-
played a Saturn
Really?
ever. No.
Okay.
No, that's understandable.
Played
So-
Saturn ROMs though. I've never
Okay.
played an actual like physical Saturn.
Okay. Well,
You never played an Atari Jaguar before either, but
This is true, but the Atari Jaguar is a weird one. The Saturn is a lot more common than the Atari
when we
Jaguar.
do, you're gonna play on original hardware, so you'll be definitely experiencing it.
and
it's all
you
its glory.
guys will be there with us.
Yeah.
Tune in.
That's right. So we
I
wanted
think
to,
you'll like it. I'm kind of fond of the Saturn myself.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't played many Saturn games myself, but I have several consoles, but I've not actually dug in and played any Saturn games more than a few minutes. Honestly, I've not even gotten into it.
Yeah, one of my favorite Saturn games of all time, Albert Odyssey, is a great JRPG.
Okay, I mean it's definitely on our radar.
Yep.
So thank you everybody for joining in tonight. We so appreciate everyone and new faces as well on chat, and thank you for putting up with all of our technical woes. We got it sorted out. I think the next stream will just be smooth sailing at this point.
Be locked
when we're
in.
probably going to be following this format for a minute, and so appreciate everybody. And I wanted to remind you that also sub to the channel if you aren't yet, and
X-Men versus Capcom goes.
not
crazy.
only that, like hit the bell icon so you get informed when we do these. They come up every 2 weeks, and we're building up some other things like our Whatnot channel. We're going to be selling a lot of stuff, selling retro games and retro game collectibles and that type of thing. That's coming soon. We'll make an announcement when that happens.
We're not selling any small robots, are we?
I don't know. I can't.
Come on,
speak to that
guys.
right now.
Look,
I've got one I
Maybe
wanna
you're going to
sell.
get an upgrade, James. Don't worry.
look.
Don't worry. It'll be good.
I
It'll
thought you
be
guys liked having me around. Come on.
It'll be a total makeover.
All right.
Okay.
You're going to replace me with a Rob. I know it.
So anyway, 2 weeks from now, same time, same place. Thank you so much for joining us. And I wanted to remind you to play nice with each other and follow the golden rule and be kind to each other. That's the most important thing. And just remember that this is not just a game. Thank you so very much. And we'll see you on the next one.
Peace. Roll it.